Mrs. Willoughby had this to say about this year's Yearbook medal winner. This year's Yearbook medal winner deserves much more than a medal. This young woman immediately stepped up as a leader in the fall when she was named editor. Throughout the school year, she consistently checked the work of other students and made sure everyone was completing their pages. She took on jobs that are not fun, but necessary, and never complained about it. Above all else, however, she has gone above and beyond as we try to navigate creating a yearbook in a school year where pictures are lacking and multiple activities have been canceled. In the days following the closure of school in March, she reached out to me wanting to know what she could do. When yearbook was the furthest thing from many students' minds, she was concerned and eager to see it through to its completion. Without her willingness to do whatever it takes, I am not certain we would be able to complete the 2020 yearbook. With the help of her co-editor, Paige Poland, this young woman has brainstormed and found creative ways to fill the pages that would otherwise be left blank. There are no words to demonstrate my appreciation for the time, effort, and thought she has given to the yearbook under these unusual circumstances. Our timeline keeps getting pushed further into summer, and more pages need to be filled as events are canceled, but I am totally confident that she will continue to find ways to make this book happen. I am very proud of the leadership she has shown, and I am grateful for her work ethic. It is an honor to award Bridget Deeds with the 2020 Swirl Yearbook Medal. The two recipients of the Dramatics Medals this year both embody the qualities that are important for great actors: creativity, commitment, flexibility, spontaneity, and hard work. The first medal winner is a young man that I encountered as a 10-year-old in a production of Seussical at the Little Theater of Tuscarawas County. He proceeded to perform in many productions as a child and early adolescent, and then he decided to take a break. Fortunately, as a sophomore in high school, he came back to the theater, and he continued his acting skills to portray parts such as the uptight and goofy Mal Beinecke in The Addams Family, the patriarchal Oberon in Midsummer Jersey, the inflexible curmudgeon Horace Vandegelder in Hello, Dolly, and the fair and reasonable juror number 8 in 12 Angry Men. Most recently, he was doing an incredible job with his role as Jack in the musical Newsies. This young man was prepared for every rehearsal and took direction openly and appreciatively. He has a natural instinct for performance, and he will continue to light up the stage through acting and directing. The other Dramatics Medal winner epitomizes the concept of teamwork and the idea that there are no small parts, only small actors. He has been cast in every play and musical for the past 4 years. However, he was equally a part of the ensemble as much as being cast as a principal role. His performances have been beyond reproach, and the characters that he has created have been memorable and multidimensional. He will be remembered in the ensembles of The Great Gatsby, My Fair Lady, and The Addams Family, as well as in roles such as the mischievous, sprightly Puck in Midsummer Jersey, the innocent, bumbling sidekick Barnaby Tucker in Hello, Dolly, and the rational foreman in 12 Angry Men. This spring, he was doing a wonderful job in his role as Davy in the musical Newsies. This young man embraced every character and never had a negative word to say about the casting decisions, which is saying a lot since he lives in the same home as the director. Beyond their stage performances, these two young men served as co-presidents of Thespians this year, and they helped with technical aspects of each of the performances. These two will be truly missed. It is my great honor to award the dramatics medals to Dylan DeMonte and Noah Morris.
Mr. Sparks writes, there were many very good candidates for the physics medalists this year. The recipient's ability to see and connect physical phenomena set him above the others. He consistently used critical thinking to solve problems and explain physics concepts. Because of this, students' great ability to understand and apply what he sees in the physical world, combined with his desire for perfection that will allow him to do something amazing in his life, I am glad to have had the opportunity to work with David Finnell, this year's physics medalist. Congratulations.
The mathematics medal is awarded to a senior student who has displayed excellence in the field of mathematics over their 4 years at Dover High School. Choosing this award winner is usually a difficult task for our department because we are fortunate to have a significant number of outstanding mathematics students. However, as a department, we were able to narrow it down to one student who has displayed a passion for mathematics and has taken the most rigorous mathematics schedule that we can offer. As a matter of fact, he is only the 5th student in the history of Dover High School to take all 3 of our AP mathematics courses. This is the 2nd year that I've had this student in class, and over these past 2 years, this student has established himself as one of the top mathematics students that I have taught in my 26 years of education. This student has earned a 35 on the mathematics section of the ACT. He earned a 5 on the AP statistics exam as a sophomore, and last year he earned a 5 on the AP calculus AD exam. This student is an extremely hard worker who will have a bright future in whatever he chooses to pursue. This year's mathematics medalist is David Finnell.
There were many good candidates for the Project Lead the Way medalist. However, one person does stand out above the rest. First of all, he's only the 2nd person to have scored advance on all 3 of the national end-of-course exams. He is very thorough and efficient at solving problems. Aside from test scores, he enjoys the challenges that come up in class. He has truly developed an engineering mindset and always showed up eager to work. He always had a mind of his own and never backed down from a challenge. Highlights from his Project Lead the Way career are many. As a freshman, he modeled one of the more advanced automata projects. As a junior, he was part of the Dream Team in digital electronics that prototyped a fully functioning electric piano and mini amplifier. And finally, as a senior, he built one of the most unique electric guitar bodies ever by building the body blank out of colored pencils and epoxy. He is stubborn and always willing to put in the extra time on projects he's fully invested in. This should serve him well in the future as he plans to major in mechanical engineering at the University of Notre Dame. The Pre-Engineering Medal for 2020 is awarded to David Finnell.
This year's biology medalist is truly dedicated to science. He is enthusiastic, conscientious, and one of the most academically talented students I have been privileged to instruct in my lengthy career. During this year in advanced placement biology, he demonstrated outstanding problem-solving skills, developed his ability to learn independently, and also effectively collaborated with his cohort. He usually set the curve on tests, and his classwork provided evidence of his commitment to excellence in all he does. Reserved, humble, and mature, he is well prepared for a successful future. Congratulations, Bradley Gigax, this year's biology medalist.
The recipient of this year's band medal is David Maxwell. Mr. Red writes this about David. David Maxwell comes from a talented musical family, but has staked his claim as a truly stellar musician on his own. He is an incredibly talented percussionist, and I use the word percussionist as the highest form of respect. He is a phenomenal snare drummer, one of the best drum set players I've ever had, and is also extremely talented on mallet percussion. He is the complete package. David is a respectful young man and exudes character and integrity. He is the first person to volunteer to help with equipment. He is involved in every extracurricular band ensemble, has pushed himself to take multiple solos to solo an ensemble. I believe he took 3 this past year, which is amazing, and even joined Orchestra this year. I'm sure it won't surprise you to know that David is also an Eagle Scout. I've probably left a few things off of the list, but suffice it to say that David is the type of person you want in your organization. He will be truly missed next year, but it gives me joy to know that he will continue his musical training in college. I am confident David will be successful in whatever field he chooses, and I am also confident that he will be a musician for the rest of his life. I am proud to have been his teacher. Congratulations, David. The recipient of the choir medal this year goes to Logan Page. Mrs. Hinkle writes this about Logan. Logan is a talented, responsible, creative, and intelligent individual. As an academic student, Logan excels in all areas of his studies. He carefully balances his rigorous academic schedule with his participation in community activities and music ensembles. I recognize Logan as a talented musician, inspired yet quiet leader among his peers, passionate performer, and motivated academic student. As a musician, Logan was involved in marching band, trumpet section leader, symphonic band, first chair, steel drum band, jazz band, Ars Nova Singers, bass, and concert choir, bass section leader at Dover High School. He has participated in OMEA solo and ensemble, as well as multiple honor band opportunities. He has also studied applied piano and taken music theory courses. Logan has been able to maintain high academic standing while completing honors courses of study, participating in community service organizations, and performing in school music and theater productions. He has demonstrated his leadership skills in the choir while fostering a positive, collaborative environment. Logan seems to always make time to help others and participates in activities even though his schedule is quite full. Logan plans to pursue music education at Ohio Wesleyan University in the fall. I'm excited to someday soon recognize him as a fellow music educator. Congratulations, Logan. Best wishes.
This year's medalists in AP Economics are Luca Paris and Mason Bell. Mr. Bartholomew had this to say about these young men. While there were many high-performing students in AP Microeconomics this year, the nominees for the AP Microeconomics Medal are Luca Paris and Mason Bell. Both Luca and Mason have earned this award through their outstanding academic approach to the course. Luca and Mason maintained the highest overall grades in the course, came to class prepared each and every day, and were reliable and active participants in class discussions and lessons. Additionally, Luca and Mason went above and beyond by elevating the performance of students around them. I regularly observed Luca and Mason assisting classmates with concepts and problems during group work. Their drive to continually learn and master whatever academic challenge was set before them will fuel their future success. Congratulations, Luca Paris and Mason Bell.
The recipient of this year's Orchestra medal is Luca Paris. Mr. Rudder writes this: My high school government teacher was full of little motivational gems. His favorite phrase to share with the class was, "The hardest part about working out is getting your sneakers on." What he meant by this was that oftentimes taking the first steps to start a task seems more difficult than completing the actual task itself. The hardest part about working out is getting your sneakers on. Luca Paris never takes off his sneakers. That hardest part my teacher would reference, taking the plunge and getting started, is just not an issue for this young man. Even this year, with all of its ups and downs, Luca has spent it just always ready to go. In the classroom, whether I needed leadership, honest opinions, a positive example, a quick laugh, or you name it, Luca was consistently willing and able to jump in with both feet. He was regularly bouncing ideas off of me, always looking for new and better ways to be a leader in my class, and to selflessly improve the quality of the orchestra. Self-motivated, determined, and creative, His can-do attitude brings out the best in those who have the good fortune to work with him. Luca, this is a character trait that will continue to carry you to new heights throughout your life. Will it also be a source of frustration and exhaustion to you? You bet, but I'm confident that you not only have the drive to take on new challenges, but also the consistency and determination to follow through on them. It fills my heart to see the layout of such a bright future ahead of you. Luca, it should fill your heart that that bright future is because of your own brilliance. Congratulations.
Mrs. Weber writes, "It is an honor to present the 2020 Dover High School Chemistry Medal to Mr. Luca Paris. As a student in my classes, Luca has exhibited an extremely responsible work ethic and almost perfect attendance. In addition to his exemplary academic performance, Luca has always conducted himself in a mature, respectful, and efficient manner during the lecture and laboratory. I have encountered few students in my teaching career at both at Dover High School and the University of Akron that are as detail-oriented and meticulous as Luca. He is extremely adaptable and self-aware. He is able to adjust his attitude and study habits in response to changes in order to continually achieve at a higher level than the average student. He does not hesitate to ask questions and seek further understanding beyond what is required. In my opinion, Luca has successfully balanced academics, numerous club memberships, and volunteer activities, as well as numerous commitments outside of the school during his tenure here at DHS. He is goal-oriented and determined. Specifically, Luca has consistently set goals for himself, makes definitive plans to achieve those goals, and completes these tasks within deadlines he has set for himself. He is perceptive and never fails to offer assistance to someone in need. His work ethic, self-motivation, time management skills, and dependability make him stand out among his peers. I am honored to have had the privilege of providing chemistry education to him, and I'm pleased to be able to present him with this award. I have no doubt of his future success and look forward to hearing about his inevitable positive contributions to society. Congratulations, Luca Paris."
Mrs. Nottingham had these comments about the Crimsonian Medal winners. Crimsonian is awarding 2 medals this year to outstanding staff members. This year's first medal winner truly deserves to be recognized for his exceptional work. As anyone who has read his articles can attest, his writing is truly outstanding. He writes thoughtful, interesting stories with a strong, definitive voice. Mechanically, his writing is flawless with stylistic flair and humor. While serving as a co-editor-in-chief this year, his leadership style earned him the respect of peers, and his willingness to always step up and do last-minute tasks, such as editing last-minute articles or stepping in to take pictures of an event, was crucial in this year's success. In addition, he was a leader in moving the publication from print to online, making the Crimsonian accessible to all members of the Dover community. Additionally, it is perhaps his attention to detail that separates him from the crowd. Always being aware of the schedule and tracking the progress of an issue, he consistently had a pulse on what needed attention, and for an advisor of a school publication, that is a quality that cannot be easily replaced. He will be greatly missed by the staff next year. This year's first medal winner is Luca Paris. The second Crimsonian Medal winner for 2020 has had a significant impact on the publication over the past 3 years. She has the ability to write a variety of types of publication-worthy articles and was also a leader in transitioning the publication online. She has a strong understanding of how to use language to grab her readers' attention. This student takes a great deal of pride in her writing, and her hard work and attention to detail is apparent. Her leadership skills distinguish her from the crowd. As co-editor-in-chief this year, she has fully developed her ability to recognize the strengths and weaknesses of each staff member, and with that in consideration, she assigned work that highlighted the strengths of each member. She is esteemed by her peers, and she will be greatly missed in the coming years. Congratulations to Callie Simmons, the recipient of this year's second Crimsonian Medal. Mrs. Wallach had this to say about this year's English Medal winner. The recipient of this year's English Medal is a student who has demonstrated exceptionalism in the classroom, in our school, in our community, and in the written word. This year's recipient carved out a place here at Dover High School that forever will be hers. Advanced in her writing and language skills, she has impressed us with her ability and desire to continually seek improvement, to develop her writing voice, to perfect her diction, and to refine her work to the point of sophistication. She possesses the ability to think outside the box, as well as to promote her ideas in a mature and respectful manner. Consistently and without fail, she strives to communicate exactly what she wants to say. And what does this student have to say? Plenty. Her voice is one to which people listen, and one that makes Dover High School better. Additionally, she has opted to take the highest level of classes offered, including Advanced Placement Language and Composition and Advanced Placement Literature and Composition. Not only has the student demonstrated her expertise in our language arts classrooms, she also has taken her written and spoken communication skills into other classrooms here at DHS, and we expect she will take her talent with her as she goes out into the world. We have no doubt she will continue to achieve amazing accomplishments in her future. The Dover Language Arts Department is proud to bestow the English Medal of Achievement upon Grace Wallace. Grace, we always want to hear what you have to say.
The recipient of this year's Visual Art Medal goes to Lauren Yoder. Mrs. Moan has this to say about Lauren. Lauren is a pleasure to have in class, as she is a hardworking and self-driven learner. Lauren's work was outstanding, and she always takes her time in creatively solving problems throughout each composition. Working with Lauren, I found her to be open to suggestions, willing to try new and unusual techniques, and always respectful and polite. I look forward to hearing of Lauren's accomplishments as she continues her educational career and beyond. Mrs. Hannicrat writes this about Lauren. Lauren is always a welcome sight in my room, whether she is taking one of my classes or just coming in to work on her own independent project. She is always a joy and inspiration to be around. Lauren is one of the most talented, focused, and dedicated students I have had the pleasure to know. In addition to all of this, Lauren is also extremely humble and kind. I hope that Lauren will continue to make art an important part of her life, and I'm excited to see what she accomplishes in the future.
This year's AP Government Medal winner is Justin Page. Ms. Pfeiffer Ward had this to say about Justin. Justin is an outstanding AP Government student. He is very hardworking, does a great job on his assignments, and gives an in-depth thought to our political discussions. Justin is very analytical, but he also has great empathy for others when discussing social issues in class. He can take multiple points of view and determine how he feels by incorporating the facts and weighing them fairly. He has studied hard, done exceptionally well on our tests, and is a joy to have in class. I don't know if Justin has any ambitions of going into politics in the future, but he would have my vote if he does. He is a well-rounded young man. It is with great pride that he is awarded this year's medal for AP American Government and Politics. Congratulations, Justin. This is well-deserved.
The Statistics Medal is awarded to an outstanding student who has displayed an impressive mastery of the field. This year's medalist is Grace Rivera. Grace has distinguished herself as a superior student of statistics by approaching every task with a thoroughness and genuine desire to achieve excellence. Statistics requires students to excel in 3 distinct areas: reading comprehension, thorough and concise written justifications, and strong upper-level math concepts. Time and time again, Grace has demonstrated that she possesses these characteristics. Pursuing extra avenues, whether it is finding AP practice websites or reading the chapter in the book prior to covering it in class, are all common practices that Grace has adopted. Grace's work ethic and drive is unparalleled. Whether she pursues a degree in the field of statistics or not, there is no doubt that she will achieve success at whatever she puts her heart and mind to. Congratulations, Grace.
It is my pleasure to present the Spanish medal to Grace Rivera. Miss Rayber had this to say about Grace. Since freshman year, Grace Rivera has always been a remarkable student. Her drive, responsibility, kindness, optimism, intelligence, and eagerness to learn are just a few of the qualities that have made her the World Language Department's choice for the 2019-2020 medal winner. In 2018, Grace took her passion for Spanish a step further by participating in the Belize, Guatemala service learning trip, during which she showed excellent leadership. Both inside and outside the classroom, Grace is constantly helping others and looking for new experiences to learn. It's obvious to anyone that Grace fully deserves this award. Congratulations, Grace.
On behalf of Mrs. Stanley, it is my pleasure to present the Family and Consumer Science Medal winner. This person has been consistently kind, polite, and always respectful to Mrs. Stanley and others. He's extremely hardworking, as well as being very conscientious about everything he does. His exceptional organizational skills only add to his success. This year, he has proven to be a great leader in challenging situations. Mrs. Stanley is grateful to have had him in class for the past 2 years. Congratulations to Nathan Coletti, the recipient of this year's Family and Consumer Science Medal. The accounting medal this year is being awarded to sophomore Taylor Lundborg. Taylor has earned the highest year-to-date average of all accounting students with a 98% overall. Her work in the classroom is exemplary. Taylor is eager to learn new concepts in accounting and strives to do her best at all times. Learning a new concept is not enough for Taylor, but rather she wants to understand the how and the why behind the concept. Taylor is intelligent, enthusiastic, and sensitive to the needs of others. It has been my pleasure to have Taylor as a student in class. She's a delight to work with, and I envision Taylor being academically successful due to her tremendous work ethic and desire to learn.
This year's Advanced Placement U.S. History Medal Award winner is Daniel Pfeiffer. Mrs. Tucci had this to say about Daniel. I would like to take the time to write a little accolade for Daniel Pfeiffer. I have him in my Advanced Placement U.S. History class. His work ethic is tremendous, attitude about the workload is great, and finally his assignments are stellar. He has the highest grade point average in the class at a 97%. I give a one-day pass on tests and quizzes every 9 weeks because they are so frequent. Daniel has never used one. He is prepared every day for class. I also start studying for the AP test in February. We come in before school 2 days a week in February and 3 times a week in March. These study sessions are optional, but Daniel has never missed one and was always on time. I don't know how he will do on the test since remote learning took our class online, but I would guess he is working on his own to score high on this test. I believe Daniel will succeed at whatever life throws his way. He is an outstanding A-push student and an even better person. Thank you, Daniel, for all your brilliance and hard work.